Hello. Welcome to my channel. No time, so long no see. It's been so long since I filmed the video, and we do have an addition to the family. But today is going to be a review of a book that I recently finished. It took me a whole lot of months to read it. I started it in December, and I finished it like now, basically 2 days ago or something. And that is The Elfstones of Shannara by Terry Brooks. I was going to dress up as one of the characters and kind of have a really cool video to show you guys, but as I'm tired all the time, I have no time to really do that much stuff, so I'm just going to review the book for you and what I thought of it. So this is a book called The Elfstones of Shannara. This is by Terry Brooks, and it is a fantasy, in the fantasy genre. So it's plethora of characters, but we follow Will, Amberly, and the Rover girl, who I forgot her name right now. And it's about this tree that dies. This famous elf tree that the elves have. They used to be fairies. The elves used to be a sort of a fairy, and they had the special elf cry tree, which captured the demons, sealed the demons' magic, and basically stopped the demons from spreading and taking over the world. So they created this elf factory, and then now, 1,000 or even more than decades and decades have gone by, and the elf tree is now dying. This deals in with the just different themes of this book. So one of the themes, so the elf tree is dying. This book, so we follow Will, and Will, basically, Alanon, who is a main character in the first book of the series. This is the second book in a series. But you don't have to read them in order because it's just one story. Like this is with Will, and the one before it was with some other character. This order Shannara, and so the Alcree is dying, and Will, basically, Alanon goes to Will and tells Will that he must watch or protect this girl named Amberly. He must find and protect the girl Amberly and send her back to Amberlin to become, to show, I guess, her what she should do. Or not show, so to reinforce the idea that this tree is dying, and they need her to become a tree, essentially. So this story has, so the first part of this book is, I like the first maybe 2 or 3 chapters of this book, because I liked the demons sprouting out, and I loved just that part in the description of the elf tree and how it was dying, stuff like that. That part was written very well. But I did have some problems with this book. The first problem I had with this book was the characters. First of all, Will is a healer, and he studied healing with another race, and that race is different than like, I guess they have accepted him into their kind of group and taught him how to heal and stuff, so he knows how to heal. But he heals, like, he kind of uses his healing to almost, like, a disadvantage. Like, he uses it one time to help this old lady with her leg, but then he uses it because he doesn't have any money, so he can't buy a place to stay for the night, or food. So when he's in that town. He also uses healing on this guy, the leader of the rover, Calicio, I think. And when they meet that, and Calicio is like, it ends up he's not a very good person, but he kind of shows some what he can do with his healing power in a way. So in a way, Will is kind of, less. He is a protector, though. He tries to protect Emily because that's what he kind of is designed to do and stuff like that. Another problem character is Emily. She kept telling Will that he could use the elfstones, but that he shouldn't use the elfstones, but he will be able to use them. Like, he has the power to use them. He just doesn't wake from that power. And she also describes how elves really give back to nature, which is not something, but it is something we reiterated throughout the novel over and over again. So Terry Brooks is a really good author. I love his writing style and everything. But I will say this book is not really something that is great. It's an adventure novel, but it's very slow going, because they do meet a bunch of characters in there. They meet like a guy who flies creatures called rocks, which are a type of bird. And they're like huge birds, kind of like in Lord of the Rings, the giant eagles or whatever, gold eagles or whatever. Or if you've seen the Rescuers Down Under movies, there's a huge bird in that one as well. That's a common kind of theme. And there is a picture, I believe, of the bird and stuff. But to be honest, I do not like a lot of the main characters in this book. There's also a Calicio's daughter, who is a rover girl, who is technically, she bought her and stuff, and she is kind of technically his daughter. He says that to bring people in and kill them and stuff like that. But then, basically she's supposed to be a thief too. All she ever does in this book is pick lock. What the hell? What a worthless thief. That's for me. I'm like, I played so many thieves, and I just steal everything. Oh, I'm gonna steal this treasure. I'm gonna steal this. I'm gonna steal this. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna go in the secret door and not help the others. That's a thief. And she doesn't really do that. She helps Will 3 times in this book. And says, now you have to, let me journey with you. And when Calicia had died, she kind of is just makes the decision on her own to follow him. even though it's dangerous where they're going and stuff like that. And my favorite chapters were near the end, and this is where they meet a witch. And I love the witch character because she's amazing. I would read a whole novel about her and her sister and kind of like what caused the fuse between them, because there's her and her sisters are twin sisters, and they want power over each other. And they're corrupt, they're evil, they're very evil. But I would love to read a story about that because, it's just more interesting and dynamic. She has a slave who is an elf, I believe. He's kind of like Dobby, and he's called Whisk, and he is also a really good character. Although people who don't like Dobby won't like his character, but I love Dobby. I loved him so much. I love Dobby, so I loved Wisp in this book. And Wisp also uses, first person to, describe himself, and he's also a really good character. Like, he's kind of a good character, but, like, he tries to warn people, but then he's, like, a good character. Like, he's actually loyal to his master, and he's loyal to, the people that are, like, prisoners and stuff, and he's nice, he's kind and generous and stuff. But I did have a problem with this book. As I mentioned, the first problem was the characters. The second problem is basically the second problem was the repetition of things. And I hate it when you say this, but repeating things is something that I hate. I've already read that book. I know. And I know certain books, like older books, do this, like Wizard of Oz does it, or The Wonderful Wizard of Oz does it, and some certain other stories repeat, like, the point. And this is a repeat of the point that in Relief, how the king come in turn, trues to herself to become the tree, to become one with nature, and that elves have an inclination to do that. Now, because she is a full-blown elf. But, yeah. So, yeah. But I did like the battles in this book, and I thought those were really well done. Like, he really captured the battles of this book. And normally I don't really like battles in books, but I did like the battle in this book in particular because the characters were so dry and so, like, not even fleshed out very well. They didn't have true character development. It had more like, oh, this is your destiny. It was more like, this is your destiny. You gotta get from here to your destiny. And it was more like a destiny novel, which I don't like this. And another thing about this book is that was really interesting was the king and the changeling and the demon creatures. I thought those were really interesting. The Reaper that was following them, that was really interesting. So this one got rated at 2 stars, and I don't think it's recommended for everybody to read. I do think the story is it's a good story, but I think the repeating of, just shoving stuff down your throat, kind of thing, I don't like. Now, I have read his other series. I highly recommend you read the Landover series, because that one is amazing. Like, he doesn't shove down people in their shoulder bags as well. This is, like, a really long book. It's like, over 500 pages, and that's a long book, it's a long kind of epic. It's more of an epic fantasy, but it's told in generations through the generation. The show, which I have watched and I'm going to be watching,